Okay, I want to share a story with you guys. I haven't shared this one on YouTube, only Facebook, so I think it's time that I tell you guys about it. A couple of years ago, I would say about 3 years ago, where I used to live, contrary to what people say, it ain't a trailer park. It was a bricked-in modular home that had woods behind it, and it had the woods across from it where the Sasquatches were. And at this point, they weren't across the road anymore. They were staying in my woods. And one night, I let my dogs out. Now my dogs always, they would always all run. Had like 5 boxers at the time, and they would always run. Except they would run around the tree and run to the fence where this other German Shepherd was. Well, this night, they didn't. They came out, they ran straight for a Bigfoot. My white boxer jumps up into the air, lands into him. It knocks her back about 7-8 feet. The Bigfoot goes to the ground. All the dogs come up on him. But at the same time, he jumps back and he gets back away from them. And all I'm thinking at this point is me and these dogs are going to be ripped to shreds here in a soon. Because, you don't know what it's like and what's going through your brain. Because at this point, me and them, they didn't trust me at this point. And I'm thinking to myself, they're going to kill these dogs because there's more Bigfoots out here than just him. And, but they didn't. And, as soon as I got the dogs back in, I went back out to the spot. I took a picture of the spot. It stunk. Oh boy, did it stink. And he was gone at this point. And, my white boxer for about a week, had sore ribs. She wasn't moving and running around like she usually does, because she had a head-on collision with that Bigfoot. And the funny story about the whole thing is, I would say about a week later when she got to feeling better, she knew where he was. So she would run around the corner and she'd run into the woods, and all of a sudden we'd be out there, and all of a sudden she'd come running out when we hear this big roar, and then she would come running out. And this happened not more than, I would say she tried it once when my wife was out there. Then she tried it again. She went back around there when I was out there, so I heard it too. And after that, she knew not to go back there and mess with that Bigfoot anymore. So, but, that just tells you, contrary to the points about people saying Bigfoots kill their dogs, or people's had their dogs killed by Bigfoot. Well, mine, once they knocked him down, got their scent. So if I hadn't moved, trust me, I don't know what would have happened, because my dogs had once they got their scent, my dogs were following them. They were chasing them across the road. They were going down in the woods where they were. In fact, I caught my white boxer one day. She was out there down in the woods, and one of the Bigfoots was rubbing her on the head. And my oldest boxer, he knew exactly every spot after that where they had sat, where they had been standing, and he would go to it and pee. So this tells you, when you're bringing your dogs out there when you're bringing your dogs with you to go hunt for Bigfoot, or, take in consideration, they run up and surprise something like that. Very possible they might rip one of them's head off, but they're not aggressive. They're not aggressive beings. They're just like we are. They don't try to hurt anyone. But you got the other stories, you got people's stories, but I've seen it. Now I'm going to tell you about another story. The next time I do it, I'm going to tell you about another story about a baby being born in the woods. That's an incredible story too. But this is the one I'm going to talk to you about now, but we'll do another one soon.